Hey guys, welcome back to Double the Hustle podcast. I'm Tori.
And I'm Anna.
And today we invited Zac Dingee on our podcast.
Guys, come take a look. He runs a solar company in upstate New York that is going to do $120 million this year. He's running a business like no other while still trying to maintain time for his personal and physical fitness. Take a look at what he has to offer and how he runs such a successful business.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to come back every Tuesday at noon to double your hustle.
I'll ask a crazy one, but
Yeah.
we'll set it off with that. Do you ever wish you weren't twins? Do you ever wish you didn't have someone to share your coexistence of life with?
I think
No.
no, just because like I don't know what it's like to not be a twin.
Yeah.
But like I feel like it's like it benefits like you in ways that like other people like wish they had. Like just like the consistent like motivation or like push to like have somebody always pushing you. It's like I always explain it as like a relationship with like without fucking. It sounds
Okay.
crazy. But like
Do you constantly compare? Like, are you two?
yes.
Yeah.
Always. So like it's always like
Yes,
somebody's
always.
there. Like somebody's always there like pushing you on,
Uh-huh.
you know, like it's just always like
You think the constant
consistent.
comparison is beneficial though, for the most part?
It's both.
It can be good and bad.
Yeah.
Like, it can be healthy and unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like too much,
Yeah.
but then like when you don't want to go to the gym, the other person does.
And you have no choice.
Yeah.
How do
You feel like shit if you don't. Yeah. Or like they're doing something more than you are. So like that can't happen.
Yeah. I feel like so many twins I know always have very similar lives and looks
Yeah.
and everything because you have to.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
have different like career paths, but like
Yeah.
other than that, like we do everything together.
What about when one of you starts dating someone else? Do you feel like you fucking bitch? Why are you dating someone?
so
No.
No.
Okay.
I think like when I was in a relationship, like it was our relationship like suffered.
You're. Yeah. Okay.
little
You're
bit,
suffered.
yeah,
Man.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it's not like a bad thing.
It wasn't a bad
but it
thing,
definitely
no.
like it definitely like like we weren't like as close as like
Yeah.
we like were or like we are now, you
Yeah.
know. So I think that's
Do you tell the people when you start dating them, or are you like, listen, just so you know, this is a three-way relationship, kind of like you kind of don't have a choice. They're like, ah, fuck, okay, they don't have a choice.
either accept or just leave now.
Yeah, like there's no, you're number 3, by the way. We're 1 and 2, you're third.
You're a third wheel.
Makes sense.
funny.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I mean, I have all the basic questions about twins, but we won't get into that because it's basic. I'm sure you've answered it a million times. So,
That's funny.
yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys? What do you guys typically talk about on your podcast? I've watched clips, but I've never watched full sit down.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
what is?
Normally we just talk about like we have people on that are either like twins or
Yeah.
like entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So basically
You
like
go entrepreneur level.
yeah, like what what it's like running like a huge company like yours, like
Yep.
what you I mean like we're in the same business sales. So
Yep.
like, just about that and like what
Okay.
where you started.
Yeah, I've
Best-
seen clips of that,
Yeah.
so that I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you just want to start with like who you are and where you
Yeah.
started, then I'll start ripping away at questions.
All right. So I've been in the, I guess, business sector. I dropped out of college when I was 18, got right into business right away because I wanted to make money. I signed a contract with my dad when I was 18 at Dutch Community College, and I said, I literally made a contract downstairs in my printer, printed it out, dressed in a suit, walked upstairs, and I said, Dad, sign this. And it said, if I'm not on track to make $100,000 in the next 12 months, I'll go back to school and I'll pay for my 4-year degree. 11 years later, I started working at Plug PV, created our own sales team, Now here we are. We have roughly 85 salespeople. We do about $100 million a year in sales. And we got 6 different offices across New York State. And that's the full story in 30 seconds.
Well,
So
one thing I have to say is you should tap into Long Island and open a team there.
yeah,
because-
PSE&G is a pain in the ass, though, the utility
Down
company.
there? Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that the only reason I say that is because like when you come up here, like you just know like Plug PV, like it's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Down there, like can you name a solar company down by us?
No.
Exactly. That's
Is
my
that where you
point.
guys live? Long Island?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you lived
So-
all the way in Long Island.
That was my point.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
that there's like a huge like market there.
Utilities are really expensive, too, over there. PSE&G
Oh,
is really,
yeah.
really expensive.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. It's
But
horrible.
like
the-
people door knock and then like
they literally immediately shut the door on you. Or
Yeah, they're tough.
They're brutal.
Yeah, they're really tough. Our office in Westchester, I hate going and knocking in Westchester because they're the worst people.
Really?
I mean, they're just hard
They're
to
just
sell.
like, yeah, rough. Yeah.
You're gonna knock on their door and they give you 3 seconds. And
Uh-huh.
if you don't get their interest in 3 seconds, you just don't
It's
sell
gone.
them. But
It's easier up here, do you think, or not?
yeah, I mean, we have the reason why I think we've been so successful is a large portion of it. I think is just pure luck that like this area, New York State's a blue state, so they push renewable energy.
Yeah.
There's no competition in this area.
Okay.
When we go down to Florida or Ohio or Texas, Arizona, New Jersey, all these other places, Connecticut, Massachusetts, there's so many companies.
Gotcha.
We've like got a stronghold on the market and then grew so fast and everyone was like, fuck it, we're just
Whoa.
not coming to this market, I think. And we drove out a lot of competition. So we just kind of like got a stronghold on the market and we have all the connections and the networks, relationships with inspectors and building departments. So also it's way easier to sell upstate. Like people are nice. You knock on people's doors. They're like, what's up? What's your name? Come inside. You're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
you go down, the closer you get to the city, the harder it gets.
Oh, yeah.
So,
They're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Boom.
No,
And then-
okay.
yeah.
I don't care.
So yeah, definitely. We don't even sell anywhere near the city really.
Yeah.
We stop at Westchester and only go north. And
Oh,
then
wow.
all our offices are, so we have Poughkeepsie,
Yep.
we have Middletown, Westchester, Poughkeepsie, Albany, Utica, Syracuse, Rochester.
Oh,
So
okay.
most of it is
makes like
upstate.
oh, wow.
Yeah, most of it's upstate. But
And you travel to all of them?
yeah, I just got back from Albany right now. It's where I just came back from. So last week I was in Rochester for 5 days.
That's far.
I mean, yeah, pretty much every office I go to on like a monthly basis. The majority of my life is spent in my car. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
In my mobile office.
that's crazy. But you started out as a salesperson,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So how hard was that? And if you were to give 3 tips to a salesperson starting today that was like, I want to be the best in the company, what do I do? What would your advice be?
So I started out in door-to-door sales,
Yeah.
which I think is like there's sales and then there's like door-to-door sales, which is like a small corner of the
Yeah.
piece of the puzzle over here. I think not a lot of people do door-to-door sales.
Yeah.
And I
Scared of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's so door-to-door sales on the door I think is much similar to marketing than it is sales.
Yeah.
I think when you're in door-to-door, like your goal is to create interest and curiosity in like 10 seconds on a door. So you have to do exciting and crazy things and like say wild shit you would never say in a sale.
Yeah.
And then there's the in-home part, which is the sales
sale.
part. So anyway, I started in door-to-door sales, which is super, super niche. So my experience in sales off the bat was like, I feel like I got I feel like I got a degree in psychology
Yeah.
and a degree in how to handle rejection and no's because I mean, literally 99% of my day was no.
Yeah.
And then you're only looking for one person a day to sustain
Say
income,
yes,
right?
yeah.
So 3 tips, I guess, for what to do specifically for door-to-door sales. I guess it's really any sales is number 1, you just have to take the rejection part out of it of how can I say this the right way? Like when I knock on the door and they curse me out, I don't take it personal.
Yeah.
I take it as like they hate a door-to-door salesperson. I just happen to be the face of that person right in this moment. So you cannot take it personal. It's got to be a game to you. And that's what I think really, really good salespeople do is they're just like, okay, here's the game. Here's what I need to do to get good at the game. Here's the numbers I need to do to play the game. And then you just play the game.
Yeah.
And you stop taking it as like a face value of this person hates me because they didn't buy it from me or whatever it is. And you take full responsibility. So number 2, I think would be take full responsibility for your success. Sales is the reason why you can make so much money in sales is because you can't hide. Like you either get results or you don't.
Right.
And so if you take responsibility and you're like, okay, I'm responsible for my results. I can make 20 calls today or 100 or 200 and nothing stops you from making 200 other than your own self.
Your own self.
So if you can overcome that responsibility aspect of like, okay, there's no one that's going to save me. I can go make 200 calls. That's great. And then the third thing would be just constant studying of people. I think if you want to be great at sales, you just have to know how to speak well and know people very well and read people very well,
Yeah.
which comes from a lot of
True, yeah.
experience, but also
Right.
just study it, learn
Yeah.
it, try your best to understand it as fast as you can because that's ultimately what all sales is reading people. So
Yeah. I think it's as somebody who like comes like from sales, because I do it too. I think that what's like I don't do door-to-door sales.
Yeah.
Like, I'm mainly like on the phone.
Yep.
What's the difference between like door-to-door sales and like being on the phone calling? Like, why doesn't that work for your industry? Like cold calling.
I think cold calling really just doesn't work for our industry because it's home specific. So like,
Gotcha.
there could be trees on the house and we don't know unless we're standing in front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
There can be a bad roof. There can be a multiple of things that just like if you drive by a normal neighborhood, only 1 out of 5 houses are actually good for solar because of trees and roofs and things. So I just think that happens to be just a downstream of the fact that you can, if you just called people,
Right.
80% of your
never
calls would
know.
be useless.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be able to talk to them, you know?
Gotcha. So when your guys are knocking at the door, they're like looking for the house like on the block, that 1 in every 5 that is good for solar.
Correct. Like you'll find some neighborhoods where you drive by and they're all good. But the majority of neighborhoods, like if you drove around where we are right now and you look, a lot of them are covered in trees. A lot of them have crazy roof pitches or angles or stuff where you can't fit panels. A lot of them have old roofs, things like that. So it makes it difficult, you know? And you kind of got to know what you're looking at before you can knock on the door, or else you're just wasting time.
Wasting time knocking on the door.
Yeah. So like for your industry and for a lot of industries, though, it's not true. You could just
you
call,
can call
fucking
anybody.
Anybody, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that makes so much more sense. I think one thing that I know is like running like a huge company like yours. Like, how much is what's your company do in sales a year?
This year we'll definitely do over 100 million, but probably like 120 million this year.
So what does it take like for somebody like you to like, what do you do on a daily basis to like sustain like yourself and your values while still running like a huge company like that?
Good question.
'Cause that's huge. Some people won't even, I mean, people
try
wish to, you know, like be a part of like, not a part of, but
They
like
don't know
run a
what it
company
takes.
like that. They don't
Yeah.
know what it takes, and most people will never get there.
I mean, I think I went through the ranks. So like I started as a sales rep, then became a regional sales manager, and I did 2 years in almost each one. So I was sales rep for 2 years, regional for 2 years, director of sales for 2 years. Now I became the president.
Gotcha.
So I worked my way up the ladder. So I really had to earn it.
Right.
And I think that created so much
And now you
humility
know
for me.
everyone's position.
Yeah.
Correct. And like I can do any position anywhere in the company at any time.
Wow.
And I think the biggest thing though is the humility aspect of like I don't think just because I have a title that I'm better than anyone. I say all the time that I work for them. They don't work for me. I mean, and that's truly how it is. Like I'm there to help all these people. I'm only in my position because I can do everyone's position. So therefore, when they need help, they come to me.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And then I think a lot of it too, when you're running a company and you have so much, like my phone is 24/7.
Right.
It's no matter where I am, who I'm doing it with, no matter what I'm doing, somebody needs help with something. And I talk to my girlfriend all the time. And I'm like, yo, she's like, do you have work to do? I'm like, I'll never say no to
Say
that.
no.
Yeah.
Like
Of course.
I'm choosing not to,
Yeah.
Right.
but I can do work whenever I want to, you know?
Yeah.
So I think with that aspect, you have to do external things to like push yourself and to humble yourself. Jiu-jitsu, I run marathons. I just signed up for an Ironman. Stuff that pushes me mentally so that I can still ground myself and be challenged, you know? Like you think you're hot shit for the president and then you go into jiu-jitsu class and get choked out by a 120-pound kid.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not that
not-
special. I'm a pussy.
And there it goes.
You know? So, yeah.
That's cool. You sent what Ironman did you sign up for?
North Carolina.
Oh,
It's a 70.3, so it's half.
Oh, okay, cool.
A 1.2 mile swim, 56 mile bike ride, and then a 13.1 mile run.
Yeah. After that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All in a row. In October, so I'm running that in 2 months now, 3 months.
That's gonna be fun.
So it's crazy. Yeah.
No, that'll be
Also, I can't swim for shit. So
That's one thing
I think
that
that's the
scares
scariest
me
yeah,
out
it's
of
fucking
everything
scary.
because I was gonna sign up for one, but I cannot get in the water like that.
So I've been swimming out recently, like
Open water. It's open water.
yeah,
Right?
mine's in the ocean. So
Yeah.
my swim is in the ocean.
That's
Yeah.
even worse.
Where do you?
So I just
Where are you
went.
practicing though?
I went to Lake Taconic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I went to. Nah, let me actually. That's the
'Cause I was
first one I
gonna
went.
say, if you're like trying to swim in a pool, like
Listen, I went and I swam. I don't know if you know this, but at the top of Mount Beacon, there's a reservoir. Did you know that?
Okay, no.
So if you hike up Mount Beacon and then go west towards the fire tower,
Okay.
you go back around and you go down in the Beacon Water Reservoir. That's just beautiful, clean water, and it's Beacon's water, like that's their reservoir for the city,
Wow.
for the
Okay.
town. But anyway, you can swim in it. I don't. Maybe you're not allowed to. Maybe I'm in trouble
Maybe
here,
I'm
but
wrong.
you can. I was with my boy. We hiked up the mountain, then we swam across and back, and it's like probably like 1,200 meters across and back, which is like half a mile.
Were you like out of breath?
Yo, it was like my
Gone.
third swim. I got halfway there. I started panicking. I'm like, Brendan! I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, it's the only thing where you can't stop. You
Yeah,
get tired, you stop swimming, you're like, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
You don't have a
Can't.
choice.
Yeah. And
So it's super sketchy.
oh, it is.
Wait,
Yeah.
how many miles in this race? sir?
1.2 miles. So it's about an hour worth of swimming, depending on your
No,
speed.
is that long?
You're swimming for about an hour. Yeah. I mean, that's at least my number so far. Maybe I get faster, but
Wow.
it'll be 45 minutes. I'm in that water.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
that's a long time. I didn't think it was that long.
Which
That's
is crazy. Which is crazy. Yeah, it
Like
scares the
not
hell out of
touching the
me.
bottom.
It scares
I
the hell out
heard.
of me.
I know a couple people. There's one over here that in Ironman, upstate.
There's one in
that
Lake
they do.
Placid.
Yeah, they
It's like
said
this-
that's the easiest course you can do.
No, Lake Placid is the hardest.
Really?
So you may be talking about a different one.
Maybe I'm talking about.
But
a
Lake
different one.
Placid, my boy ran Lake Placid. It's the number 2 hardest race in the United States.
Oh, forget about it. Let's
Yeah.
not do that one.
Lake Placid's crazy. Lake Placid's wild because it's all up the mountains of Lake
But
Placid.
it's also it's a lake, so that makes me feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
than
definitely.
Getting in the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing that I would do like for the
Yeah.
swim park. 'Cause
No,
that's
that's
scary.
It's definitely sketchy. There's nothing settling about being in an open body of water, no matter what the
Yeah,
fuck it is.
no, not at
Yeah.
all. I don't
Nah,
even
it's
like
definitely
the beach
sketchy.
to go to.
It's definitely sketchy.
That would
What's-
stop me
so-
from.
What kind of bike did you get?
Uh,
you don't-
Orbea Orca M30 is the name of it.
That's cool.
I don't know. I hit up my friend who's a cyclist, and I told him
Yeah.
to send me a link, and I just bought it.
Yeah.
Are you just
But-
doing this like on a whim? Do you have like a training plan? Anything?
My training plan is bike
Is
a
you-
lot, run
yeah.
a lot, swim a lot,
Okay.
show up, do all 3 of those, hopefully in one shot, and survive.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
also,
Zach.
it's an expensive ass sport.
It's
Yeah.
I bought a bike. The
What was
bike's
it, $5,000?
the bike was $3,000, and then you need this accessory, and then I got to get a wetsuit for the race, and then you
Yeah,
got to
those
get
are
this,
expensive,
and
yeah.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, I just wanted to run this race.
Yep.
And then the race itself was like $800 to sign up.
Yeah.
Then you
now
gotta
you gotta get
so-
a flight to get down there
Yeah,
and ship
so-
your bike down. Oh, forget about
It's
it.
definitely a rich people sport. When I started doing it and realizing it,
Yeah.
and like people who compete, their bikes are fucking $15,000.
Oh yeah.
If you're like a top Ironman, your bike is $15,000.
Yeah.
And then you got a
Forget
wetsuit
about
that's
it.
$2,000, and then
Oh,
so definitely an expensive sport.
that's fun.
It'll probably
It'll
be
be
my last
fun
time.
though.
Yeah, it'll
No, now that you have the bike, you have to do it again.
I know. Now I gotta make you my
put it
money's
to
worth.
work, Yeah.
I gotta get my money's worth now, for real. You're
No.
not kidding.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So wait, I know you're a realtor, but what do you do for work? I didn't ask you before.
I go to vet school.
Vet school?
Yeah.
That's no joke. That's a lot of schooling.
I got into vet school because my parents have been breeding for 20 years. They breed
Okay.
dogs. So I do that on like a basis. We have like 15 dogs.
Yeah.
So we have like 15 whatever. So we own a kennel. I
Uh-huh.
show my dogs, and now I'm going to school to be a vet. But I've been in school for 6 years now.
yeah.
and
That's
I
what.
still have
2, 3 more years.
2.5 years left.
Damn, son.
yeah.
Vets are expensive every time I go there. So you're earning that shit. I've been paying my vet. I go in there for a shot. They're like $700.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, your
My
dog
vet
fucking.
takes too
Your
much
dog's
of my
some
money,
alien
so-
that John gifted you. That dog's the best. My dog's special ed. He needs special needs. For real. Got it. Okay. So you're going to
Yeah,
veterinarian
so,
school.
yeah.
Okay. And you guys grew up around dogs your whole life? You had a kennel
Yeah,
growing up? Wow. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
So we've been
That's
doing
crazy.
that, and then-
Yeah. Yeah, we've
We
had
do
like
businesses
15,
together,
at least
yeah.
15 dogs like at all times our whole life.
Yeah.
At once. Yeah. Yeah, probably about 15. 15.
What's your favorite kind of dog?
What's my favorite kind of dog? We've been breeding American Bullies and French
That's what I
Bulldogs
got.
for the past 20 years, but recently I really want a Doberman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Dobermans. Would you
So-
clip their ears?
Yes. I
Get
clipped my Bullies here, so
Mine.
yeah.
Well, I didn't clip mine. but-
Yours aren't clipped?
No, I rescued him when he was like 3, and so I
So
was
they
like,
can't-
Yeah.
I just left it how it is. I don't even. Can you at that age? I don't think
No.
you can.
No.
Yeah.
I mean-
They won't let you.
Technically, like you could, but like that's a little.
yeah. So
I think that's a
he
little
comes from like a. They have like a. His mother was like in shows and all this fancy stuff, and then super. I don't even know what the word is, like prestigious bloodline or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I got the worst one of the bunch. Mine can't go up or down stairs.
Oh,
He walks
yeah.
backwards on hardwood floors. He's terrified of everything under the sun. He doesn't get along with other dogs. He drool anxiety like you've never seen in a dog. Yeah, I got the crazy misfit. And he was abused really bad, so he's terrified of everyone and anything. But he's a 100-pound monster that could rip a cardboard, like he could eat somebody alive. So.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's big.
Yeah, I got a weird one.
I got a weird one.
I got a weird one.
None of them are dysfunctional though. You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
because
mine's
like
jacked up.
I mean, some breeders are fucked up, so like they'll do.
Yeah.
And
I
then
rescued
they
him
don't
when he was
realize.
3.5. So when I got him, he was just he was abused like crazy his whole
Yeah,
life.
that's so.
So I just messed him up, I think.
That's sad.
But yeah, so
That's cool.
it's my dog
How old
story.
is he now? He's old. He's older.
8,
Oh, wow.
7 or 8? No, 8. He's 8. He's 8. But he's a big one. He's an XL. So he's the big one. You know
Ours
what I'm saying?
are ours are like
They're
35, 40 pounds.
Yeah. Stocky like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like they're going to compete in a bodybuilding show.
Yeah,
every
100%. My
day.
boy has a mini one too,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what I look like.
Yeah, they're just like jacked and
Yeah,
just,
they look like the dog from Tom and Jerry.
yeah. That is so great.
Yep.
All right. So, in terms of business, like, what's been like the hardest thing that you've
All of it.
that you've gone through, and like that you see now as like a blessing, like that shaped you, and like.
I think, I don't know, like I try to do the game of business, like how I said kind of about sales, where I just have the right intention. I always want to put people over profits, but then also I gamify and I like make it a game. Like you can't take everything to the heart when we just announced a new technology today, or not a new technology, but our app got a huge update and we rolled out all this new software and everything. And I'm getting all this heat back from people of like, we don't like the change. We don't like this. We don't like this. We don't like this. And like, you have to I have the experience now to be like, okay, this isn't personally, they're mad at me. Yeah. Even though I just spent 6 months of my life making this for all of you. Yeah. And now everyone's pissed at me. Like if I truly felt that, I'd be miserable today because I'm like, everyone hates me, you know, but that's not how the world works. So I think the whole evolution of business that has happened over the last 8 years for me is just like how to handle stress and problems and chaos and all these things. Yeah. That by far teaches you, I shouldn't even say teaches you, that makes you the person that you got into business for. Like ultimately the reason everyone gets into business is for money. Yeah. Everybody gets into business for money or to solve a problem, but ultimately for money. And then over time in business, you just realize like, it's not about the money aspect. You're going to get that no matter what, if you know how to do the business right. Right. But once you get a certain level of money, you can't focus on the money anymore. If you do focus on the money, you just become a dickhead because you're you know, nobody likes you. Yeah. So you can't focus on the money, and then you just do it to do it. And then ultimately you're like, okay, you have to learn to deal with the chaos and the stress and everything that comes with it. So the person I've become because of business is really what it is now. And on a 2.0 to that question, I've been trying to define success lately. And I'm actually going to, before I answer, I want to ask you, what do you define success as for yourselves? What would you say I am living a successful life if I blank blank ... What would you say?
I guess living freely and being able to, I mean, like my ultimate goal, if I was like, I would say I was successful if I could like travel with my family and do things around the world with my family.
Okay. Okay.
And like see different parts. I think that defining success. I think it's like basically, I think it's just doing like what makes me happy.
That changes a lot
every day. It
and are you happy every day?
It changes a lot, but if I don't know how to explain it, but I think I define success, at least now, as like being able to do whatever I want when I want, because that's what makes me happy. But also being like I've realized lately, like if I'm in a routine, like doing things, that makes me the most happy. Yes. It's like being in a routine. Yeah. If I'm not in my routine, I am like, it doesn't like, I'm happy
Not having structure.
being in a routine and like, let's say like cold calling every day. Like I'm happy as long as I'm like in my routine.
Yep.
You know, so I feel like really sticking to a routine, like that's makes you successful because of consistency. And I think like that's what makes like me happy. So that's what I define success of. And I know that over time that will make me successful in terms of money.
All right. Replay everything you just said. Give me the 15-second version of that.
Okay.
What does success mean?
Success means just being in a routine daily. That is what makes me happy.
Okay.
And through that, consistency will ultimately, you know, get me money, because I don't, obviously we're all out for money.
Yeah.
I'm out for money. I want to make hundreds of millions of dollars, but I think that the one thing that gets you there is routine and consistency, no matter what you're doing. If you're consistent and routine.
But when you're successful, what would you do with? When you're successful, what does that look like to you?
So being able to do what I want whenever I want.
Okay. So I asked you because I've been trying to define it a lot.
It changes often.
It changes drastically.
So much.
But I think the main point so the main point I want to drive home when I talk about success is like, success to me,
or maybe
you can be successful whenever you want.
Helping
You can,
other people.
fair. You can define success though whenever you want, however you want it. So like I'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
There's a guy, it was talked about in this podcast I was listening to. He was talking about this person hired someone to run their gym, right? So he was the general manager of the gym.
Yeah.
Before he was a general manager, he was a personal trainer making like $30,000 a year, but loved personal training. Guy was like, listen, I'm going to promote you. You're going to make $50,000 a year doing this job. The person on the podcast was like, I thought the guy was going to be so happy. He almost doubled his income, and he's doing less work for more money, and he should have been ecstatic.
Yeah.
6 months later, the guy goes back to him that he promoted. He comes to the guy he's talking on the podcast, the owner of the business, and he's like, listen, he's like, I just want to go back to personal training.
Yeah.
He's like, what? He's like, I hate management. I just want to train people.
Right.
I don't care if I make $0. I just want to train people. That person, he saw that person 15 years later.
Yeah.
And when he saw him, they spoke. And this guy's multi hundreds of millions of dollars. And this guy still is a personal trainer at a different gym now, but still a personal trainer. And they're talking. And he's like, the guy is saying to the personal trainer, bro, you won the game 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you already won the whole life shit because you're so happy doing what you're doing.
Right.
And nothing else matters to you. And every day you're happy as fuck and you love your life.
Yeah.
Me, he's like, I'm still miserable.
Yeah.
Because I haven't accomplished what I want to accomplish, because this is what I keep defining success as.
Yeah.
Is this. So the point I'm making is like, a lot of people define success as goalposts that are ultimately always going to change.
Yeah, that's
and like,
exactly what we were talking about.
The happy thing, the reason I asked it, because I'm trying to challenge and like see what you're going to say. Most of the people go with either happiness or some version of freedom.
Yeah. And
I think ultimately that's like a desire is a contract you make to yourself that you won't be happy until you get that thing, right? If you desire something.
Of course. Yeah.
So like success, I think all the time, I talk to people who are worth $150 million that are like, I'm not successful. And to me or to us, we're like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about?
Shut up.
But so anyway, I'm saying this all to say that success, I think, is a verb, not a noun. So success is not I have XYZ, so that therefore I am successful. It's I'm doing XYZ, so therefore I'm successful. And like, I'm challenging myself to create my version of success because I think I am successful now in terms of what I define it as, which is like actively pursuing my physical, mental, spiritual health, pursuing in a way that I feel is necessary and is adequate to my standards. And if I'm doing those things, then every day is a success for me. Yeah. If I'm doing those things that are working towards the 3 or 4 buckets I have in life, then I can say I'm literally successful every single day of my life. And it has nothing to do with the money, but the money helps all of those things flourish more. Yeah. So therefore, the more money I get, the more successful I can become.
But does that change for you, the success thing? Like,
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's just the 3 or 4 buckets that I'm trying to fill: spiritual, physical, relationships, and mental health.
And like those goals in there.
Correct.
I think it's
and it's always going to change.
Too. like where you feel most
Right, and then
fulfilled.
those things will change.
Yeah,
Those
like-
4,
Physical.
whatever's going on. Yeah, exactly.
A year ago was me just trying to be in shape. Physical now is me trying to run an Ironman.
Right, exactly.
But like if I'm actively pursuing the top
That
line
goal.
of that physical goal, I feel like I'm successful.
Yeah.
I feel great right now because my day literally consists of waking up, working out, working out, going to bed, doing the same thing over and over again. I
Right.
don't have time for anything else.
Yeah.
And to me,
And it's your
like your routine, you feel
Exactly.
amazing.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so like it's an active pursuit of success. And I know because I ran 2 marathons now, by the time I'm done with the Ironman and I cross the finish line, I'd be like, great, I can't wait to fucking go home and sleep. Like it,
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything for me
anything.
new
Yeah.
because it's the journey, it's the whole point of it. That is the fun part.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there is no such
Yeah,
thing as a
that's true.
destination.
That's true because you are not. We don't know what it's gonna feel like to cross the finish line,
Mhm.
but we can.
But it's like a second, like a
But we know already.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not gonna change anything. But it's the journey that you go through that makes you like who you are.
Every finish line I've crossed, whether I've set the goal for business, physical, really, whatever it is,
Yeah.
once you get over, you're like, that wasn't at all what I
Yeah,
wanted
right.
it to be.
Yeah. Now
And
what's
nothing
next?
changes.
Yeah,
Right.
we
Yeah.
said. I said we were just talking about this on our last pod. I said it doesn't like 3 years ago. I wanted to list a $6 million home.
Mm-hmm.
Last month I listed a $6.5 million
Yep.
home. Okay, now the goal is to sell it.
Yeah.
And after you sell it, like it's just like, okay, yeah, it makes my bank account go up, but that's
Yep.
just a number.
Yep.
And then like you're just chasing the next
Yeah.
sale, you know? And I was like, we're building our podcast and we're having a fundraiser for childhood cancer in September.
Nice.
And those two things don't make us any money,
Mm-hmm.
but are the most exciting and most fulfilling things that we're
Or
excited
like
to
going
do.
on. Yeah.
If I gave you $50 million today, what would you do for the next 6 months?
It's so crazy to me because this blows my mind, but like it wouldn't change anything because you're still chasing the same thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
it would always just be like a number to me.
So what are you chasing though right now without 50? Are you not chasing the money right now with what you're doing?
I am.
Okay.
Of course.
But if you had all the money, if you had $100 million,
Would you still
be
selling real
chasing?
estate or something?
Or what would you be spending your time, attention, energy,
I
focus
would
on?
still be chasing sales because that's
Okay.
what I love. And I think like the numbers game in sales
Mm-hmm.
of like making 50 calls a day to get that one
Mm-hmm.
is like so like rewarding and like fun for me.
Oh my god.
So you just said that was the thing that was the least fun. The most fun is your podcast and your event.
It is. But in terms of like money wise, these things don't make us money.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
I'm gonna
gave
read
me
a quote.
50 million, I don't think anything would change. Like nothing would change. It's just a number in a bank account. I would spend it, of course, but like
Mm-hmm.
after it's spent,
I'd go
you're doing the
travel to
same
Europe.
shit.
You couldn't spend 50. I mean, I guess you could theoretically spend 50 million quick.
Yeah,
But-
but like I feel like I would be in the same position. Like I wouldn't be happier.
Mhm.
Like I feel like that would make me
I
almost like
agree.
more depressed.
I agree. Well, that's what I'm asking
there's no
because when you
purpose.
take out if you
You just gave it to me. I didn't work for it.
correct, but when you take out the 99% of the population is only doing the things they do on a daily basis because of one specific thing,
They
which
have
is
to
money.
spend money.
And I'm always curious, and I truly think that the majority of civilization, if you gave them money, like if anyone gave you 50 million, 100 million, anybody who's listening to this, I gave you $100 million, you would wake up the next day and your entire routine would change. Everything you
Yeah.
do for the next 6 months would change. Every fucking detail. When you wake up, how you brush your teeth, what you eat, where you go, where you work out.
You'd probably
people
wake
you
up
spend your time,
3
everything.
hours earlier because you're so excited. That
You're probably sleeping because you don't got shit to do. You literally, I'm telling you, I truly think that most people, if they got $100 million in a bank account, after 2 weeks would literally be like, yo, I don't know what to do anymore.
yeah.
What the fuck do I
agree.
do with my life?
Agreed.
And so that's the question I'm asking is like, there's a
I
quote I'm going to read by Naval Ravikant. I don't know if you
Yeah.
know who he is.
Mhm.
He created AngelList. He said, the reason to play the game is to be free of it. You're no longer trying to win it. You know you can win it. You then either move to a different game or you play the game for the sheer joy of it. And I feel like I've reached a level in my career where I truly just play the game of business for the sheer joy of playing the game of business. And the number, the math, the income is just how you keep score to how well you're doing,
Yeah.
you know?
Agreed.
But like, if I got $150 million right now deposited in my bank account, I'd be like, yo, what business am I would change businesses. I
Yeah,
probably wouldn't do
okay.
solar.
Yep.
But I'd be like, what business am I going to do
Am I
now?
buying?
Because I want to fucking build something
Yeah,
crazy. You know
I
what
feel
I'm
the
saying?
same way. Yeah.
So that was my point.
That's solid because I actually, that's like, what are you gonna? You're just gonna make more money with it.
Correct.
That's what I would use it
Yeah.
for. I don't know. What would I do? Buy another business? Buy a portfolio of real estate? What like, what do you do with that?
Yeah. That's why I questioned it, and that's why I wanted to know, because
It's a very fun
Um,
concept.
I don't know. I think once you think about it like that too, and you release the fact that like money isn't money isn't the solution you're trying to solve for. It allows you to think about your business differently and like, okay, I'm just trying to be the best at it, or I'm trying to play it to create XYZ or do XYZ. Then ultimately the money's gonna come like more than you ever could have imagined because you're doing. Like I
Right.
can't tell you the last time I thought about what the fuck I was gonna get paid. I don't even I
right.
couldn't even tell
Which
you.
is great.
Yeah,
I mean, I
because
hope-
I don't play the
I
game
hope-
for that
I hope-
reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that, in like a year, like I could say the same thing, because that's like great. And
Yeah.
but I'm sure that when you were a salesperson, you felt like
Yeah.
you were watching your paychecks.
Of course, and I mean,
Exactly.
my levels of motivation changed too. Like in
Yeah.
the beginning, when I got into sales,
Yeah.
it was purely to prove everyone else wrong. Like
Yeah.
I just wanted to make money so I could tell everyone else that I made more money than them. I
Right.
wanted to be cool. When I first made, $250,000, I went out and bought a Tesla Model 3 Performance, brand new.
Right.
I went out and got a sick apartment. I did all those things because I had to prove to those people. Then phase 2 was like, I'm trying to prove to myself
Yeah.
that I'm actually good at this job and that I could do these things. Then it was, okay, now I want even more material items. Now I want even bigger things. Now I want a Rolex. I want this.
Yeah.
And then after like 4 years, I'm like, this shit never ends. Like if I
Yeah.
don't change why I'm doing this, it never,
Yeah.
ever changes
Yeah.
for me.
Right.
And then it shifted to now what I'm talking about now, which
Yeah.
is like the joy of the game, the
Yeah.
experience. Is this really what I want to do? And if it's not what I think people who are wise or true wisdom, true like being happy
Yeah.
is not so much of knowing what to do. It's just knowing that, okay, I don't like sales anymore. Stopping it that day. Like so many people in their relationship for 4 years, and year 2,
Yeah.
they're like, yo, this shit,
But
I
they
should
still
have
go
left it.
for like.
That's
still
wisdom,
go
is
for
being
another
like,
2 years.
okay, this isn't it. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the majority of people are not 13 years old and go, okay, I'm a really good painter. This is what I want to do forever.
Yeah. Right.
Most of us were 19, 22 years old, get out of college, and we're like, yo, I still don't know what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah. Right.
So you have to try the things, and then wisdom is like knowing when to stop
When
and
to
move
stop
on to the
and
next
move
thing.
on.
you
Yeah.
know? So
I think that's
Anyway.
true. I think that's like hard. It's hard to do. I mean.
easier said than done,
Yeah,
for sure.
of course. Yeah.
Easier said than done.
I mean, even thinking about it, like, I don't know.
Rocking it right now.
You stay in a relationship too long?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta cut that shit off.
Of course.
Gotta cut that shit off fast, like a Band-Aid. Right off.
It was like, shh.
Yeah, you're slowly pulling. And then all of a sudden you get done with this one. There's another one.
It's like a leech.
For real, it is.
I'm dead.
It
It's
is.
funny. Yeah, it is. But I think it's, I don't know. I feel like you come to a point where like you learn it. Like you have to go through like that, like
Of course.
like the sucky part of like, or at least in sales, like
Yeah.
being in sales and like now
Doing
getting
all the
to a
shit,
position
yeah.
like, of course everybody wants the Instagram lifestyle,
Yeah.
where it's like Rolex, cars, apartments, all this shit. And now once you have it and you see that there's not happiness in it,
Yeah.
then you change.
But you have to chase that first. Like
That's
that's
what-
level
yeah.
one of
Right.
trying to
Exactly.
get to the next
Yeah.
level, which there's nothing wrong with it.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it, and you
Not at
have to
all.
have it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong
Do you
with it.
think that a lot of you've learned, because I see that you go to a lot of Pat's events.
Yep.
Do you think a lot of that you've learned from there, or going to those type of things, or
Yeah,
have
I
they
think
helped
those
you?
events. I think events are some of the best things you could spend your money on. Second to, it's probably the best use of money in the world. I would say like you have to invest in the S&P 500, not the S&P 500 in the beginning, because what you can create of yourself, the skill sets you can create, and the specialty of knowledge that you can create in yourself is worth more and is going to give you way more than any other investment ever. So going to those events is like, yes, there's some stuff online that you can get, but there's nothing like being in person and being there and listening to these people on stage.
Right.
Then also the people you meet and you network with. Like last time I went down to one of PBD's events, I went to the Sales Leadership Summit.
Yep.
It's $15,000 for the minimum ticket. It's at Mar-a-Lago. It's at Donald Trump's estate. Those two things right there. Minimum 15 grand to get in. Second, at the sitting president's estate.
Yeah.
The energy you feel when you walk into a place like that
Insane.
is crazy.
Yeah.
You can't explain it. There's a substance in the air that is like, holy shit, this is real.
Yeah.
Then if you got a top level ticket, you got a private dinner at the Flagler Mansion, which Henry Flagler is this multi-billionaire from back in the day. So also when you walk into that restaurant, every single person every single celebrity you've ever thought of has been at this restaurant, right?
Wow.
So you walk in, you can feel it. I sit down. There's only a 4-person table left. I sit down. It's me and Tony and these 2 other guys sit down. We're talking. This guy that I'm sitting down with is 34 years old or 33 years old. He's bought and sold 88 companies. He's worth like $400 million. He is sitting on the board for, oh my God, what is the name of it's a European Union. Oh my God, I can't think of it. You're negotiating with other countries. I can't think of the name of it right now. Anyway, he's like this United Nations. Thank you. United Nations. He sits on the board for the United Nations. He's showing me this video of him on like Fox News at the United Nations addressing the European unions.
Wow.
And I'm like, bro, how the fuck did I just sit down next to you, you know?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you leave there and 2 things happen. Number 1, you kind of feel like you're nothing in this world, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But also 2, you get crazy inspired because you're like, dude, look what this guy can do. And then you sit and talk to him and you're like, yo, he's a normal human being. Like he probably plays Candy Crush on his phone. Like, I don't know. Like he's just a normal dude. You know? He just happened to be really good at one skill and got really, really great. So it gives you that like crazy new look on what you can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is that the only events that you go to? Is his?
No, I've been to a lot of different events. The first event I ever went to was the one that changed my life the most. Was Grant Cardone, GrowthCon 3. I know a lot of people don't like him, but back in the day, like 2019 when I went to his event, changed my life. He, to start off the event, he skydove out of a plane and landed on the stage.
Oh my God. Wow.
It was I'm like, yo, what is happening? And then he had all these sick speakers. He had, I think Damon John was actually at that one. Jesse Itzler, Damon John. Second day, he had Snoop Dogg on stage. They got out the car and they were smoking a blunt and they got out of the Rolls Royce on stage.
Oh my God.
It was like all this crazy stuff.
That's
but
cool,
I just realized like from that event how it's possible to do.
to do shit.
And I think like that was the huge thing and it created
That
such a
got
shift
you
in my
there,
life.
yeah.
And now like I love events because when I go there every time, big events, big changes,
Yeah.
every time I go down there, I have a huge radical shift of like my mindset or my
Gotcha.
business.
Yeah.
And I just don't think you can do that. Maybe you could if we weren't from shithole Poughkeepsie, New York.
Yeah.
If you were like from Miami or lived in LA growing up,
Yeah.
you can have that environment. But like, I don't get to
yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't think that it's really hard to have that environment
It's almost
regularly
impossible.
anyways. Yeah. Like it's
And your environment's your reality. If you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't get around those people and realize like, oh, look what you can, look what you can do,
Yeah.
and look how the world is,
Yeah.
then you never realize it, and you don't see the possibilities of the world.
Yeah.
I think a large reason why people aren't successful is more ignorance than anything else.
Yeah.
They just don't know that they can do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Secluded, don't know what's out there. Yeah.
correct.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's everybody, it's like simple, but it's not easy. You know,
Correct.
everybody tries to like make it too complicated if it's you know,
Or they're scared. They don't want to step. They're scared of the failure first.
they're
before
just,
they
like,
actually do.
Being judged.
towing in and out of it.
What do you think the biggest reason is that people don't become a realtor or open up a company or take that leap of faith into a 1099 position?
That
think that-
failure.
You think it's
Like,
failure? The fear
We were
of
talking
failure?
about this on the way up here. Like, how about you think about like what actually could happen instead of what can happen? Because like people are like, oh, let's buy. We were talking about buying a business, and what happened if all those clients leave when the other owner leaves? But what happens if we gain 50 more? Like people are scared
It's the what if.
of the losing instead of what happens if you were way better than that guy.
Yep.
I think it
it's
is.
definitely.
I mean, it's fear, and I think it's just of opening a business. At least it's fear and
not knowing the unknown.
or money, lack of confidence, like not believing in yourself enough to be like this. I got this.
Yeah.
You know, like I can do it. I can make it survive, and I guess like running out of money.
Yeah.
So that's
Sure, I agree.
you know, like that's what's gonna make a business like go down in a sense.
Yeah.
Like you know, one thing if you don't believe, and then the second thing is if you run out of money and can't retain your
I
clients.
think it's all rooted in self-belief. There's a mentor of mine, Mark Tassoni, that I talk about all the time. He's my coach too.
Yeah.
His 4 steps. Number 1 is rewire your mind. Number 1 is eliminate self-sabotage. Number 2 is rewire your mind, learn a ridiculous skill set, and then invest your money. But like number 1, which is eliminate self-sabotage, that's exactly what you just said. Like we sabotage ourselves saying we can never run a business, when in reality, it's not that hard, especially in the beginning.
Right.
Like
There are people to help
make
you
a
go
logo,
through-
make a fucking LLC,
Yeah,
Right.
Put it up there.
and go to a real estate meeting and ask how to sell a house.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's just
I think
the
sales-
sabotage,
Sales
self-sabotaging.
is like the best thing that like somebody could get into if they don't know what they're
1000%.
doing.
Everybody
what they
on
wanna
planet
do.
Earth, we should mandate it in America that you have to either serve tables at some point of your life or be in a sales position. I think America would be a 1,000 times better place if everyone had to do that.
Yeah.
If you had to do some kind of service industry business or you had to sell something to somebody.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like, okay, I understand.
I think it's
They'd be way more nicer.
Yeah, let me not be a dick to this person, you know? I was once in their shoes, but
I think it's I also think it's one of the places that you could go and like make a shit ton of money that people don't
oh yeah.
don't realize.
You can sell yourself out of any problem,
Right. Yeah.
out of any problem you have in life,
Yeah.
especially in the right industry.
Yeah.
Especially in the right industry.
What other industry would you like pursue in sales if it wasn't solar?
I think this far in, I've been doing it for 8 years. I'm only 26, so I am younger. But I think because of all the networks, relationships, and expertise I have, it'd have to be some kind of home service industry, like a roofing or something like that. I have ideas, but I won't say them on the podcast for what exactly it is because it may be happening. But home services, it has to be because that's my sphere of business I'm already in.
Yeah.
That's what I chose. That's what I ended up going towards, you know, early. And so I wouldn't make a radical shift to something drastically different because I think it would just
Unless
be
you had something
stupid.
behind you.
Yeah. I think it'd be almost stupid. So solar in the next 3 to 5 years, I think is going to take a drastic shift for the downturn in terms of like being able to make money. I think companies will still be able to make money. I think it'll work out well. But like the door to door, having this big sales team, all of this will shift drastically. I don't know if it's going to be like that. So I think in the next 3 to 5 years, I'll end up doing something, starting something fresh and new, and it'll be some kind of home service industry. And I think home services are so fucking easy to scale. It's not even funny. I think, and their private equity loves them.
Yeah.
You can scale a roofing company or scale a siding company in 3 to 5 years, and you get to $3 million, $4 million in EBITDA, and all of a sudden you could sell for $30 million. And like, I think you could. I think it's so easy to do that.
And nothing's
funny.
gonna take that. Nothing's taking like a home service. Like your
Correct.
AI.
Yeah,
It's
the
not
kid-
taking away a home service.
The kid that you met at Pat's event, what the heck? He does like roofing or something like that.
The gutter guys.
The gutters, yeah.
Yeah.
He scaled like his business like crazy too.
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, it's just you're not reinventing any wheel. You just have
Right.
to do something
Yeah.
that
And
everyone else has already
needs it,
done,
and there's not enough. So.
and then you just have to like get good at it, and then
Right.
do it for long enough, and then you can sell the business.
Yeah.
And like you just do it the right way, where you're actually taking care of your clients and you're building a business,
Right.
and you're paying attention to like business is simple but not easy.
Yeah.
Like the simple laws of like, okay, introduce technology into the business,
Yeah.
figure out how to market and sell, figure out how to service those customers, do those 4, do them at a high level, and like HR, all that shit falls in line. That's not difficult.
Yeah.
And then once you have those in line, if you do any of those in like a unique way, and you're like, hey, private equity company, this is how we get leads, and this is the technology we use to surface it. It's all proprietary, built in.
Yeah.
They're like, cool, here's $45 million.
Yeah.
So that'll be, I think, step 2.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh, that's
So
really cool.
a home service industry.
Do you think that being at such a young age, like in a sales industry or in your position you're in right now, has like like have people like shit on you a lot because of how young you are, or like, have you had like any hate like in the industry building up because you were so young doing so well?
Yeah, I definitely in the beginning, but I think it's all drummed out by if you just are really good at what you do. Like I think maybe people who initially first meet me or something like that, they have some kind of predisposition to like, oh, this guy is 26 years old, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But it's very, very rare. I think I knew when I was really young, I thought like, okay, no one's gonna take me serious.
Yeah.
So I have to get really, really, really good. And they had no right to take me serious. They should have thought I was an idiot 22-year-old who wanted to make money. Like,
Right, of
that's
course.
what the fuck I was.
Yeah.
So that made me, okay. Like there's a great saying that Alex Ramosi says all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't it's not doing your best. You have to do what's required. Everyone's like, just do your best. Your best, if the market doesn't, if the best you can do is not what the market requires, then doing your best means nothing. So you have to do what's required or else you're not going to get anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, in the beginning, people were like, yo, you're 21 years old. I'm not listening to a word you say.
Yeah.
And I had to build that up to get to this level. Now that I'm 26 and I've gone through all these ranks and I can do the role, nobody in the business or anything really says anything because they've seen my progress and they see how hard I work in the day-to-day still and what I'm able to accomplish. Outside sources sometimes they say stuff and I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm 26. Yeah, I wouldn't think I was anything good either. Like you're 47. You have literally almost more years on earth than I do in business.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, don't doubt me. It's great. You should. Like I would too, you know? And
No, I
I
agree.
think when you're young, you're still trying to prove to other people your success and also yourself, you know? Like, I don't know. What if solar industry goes down? Will I be able to build this other business? Will I be able to do it well? I think if I do it 2 or 3 times, then I'll be like, okay, I have no doubt. I'm good. But maybe I can in the next business. I don't know. Maybe I got lucky. I've only done it once.
Of course.
I feel like people can get lucky one time pretty easy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot to like gain in the learning the learning of like
course.
that 8 years, you know. So I think most of it applies, if not all of it, to like another sales business.
Of course.
But it's just repeating like that same cycle, and because it's hard to go back and be like, oh, what did I do then to build this business now, you know, like if you didn't document it, like it's hard to do. But
I documented for my guy right there. He's got all the videos.
replay all the videos.
Yeah, to go back and watch all those conferences.
How did you find a mentor when you got into sales? Because I feel like that's something that a lot of people like struggle with, is like finding somebody who will actually like not put the time into them, but just find somebody like reliable who's done good, who is willing to help.
I think when people are looking at what business to get into or what avenue they should take, I think it's a whole lot more important of what person you choose to follow. So I think you should find a person before you find the industry. Like I seeked and found people that I thought were successful. And then started listening to them and started talking to them and like seeing what should I do? What should I do? What should I do?
Yeah.
And then I happened to get lucky and land in solar.
Gotcha.
But like, I think it's so much more important to look for that person first or find someone that's a running mate or someone that's on the right path.
Yeah.
And then try to attach to their hip. Now, to answer your question, how do you find that person is very, very difficult. Or I shouldn't say very difficult, but you have to have some kind of value trade for them,
exactly.
which like the new thing now is DM these people and say, hey, I'll work for free or hey, I'll do this for free. Nobody gives a fuck about unskilled labor anymore.
Yeah.
So you have to like go out. Like for example, when I got hired at Plug PV, the president at the time, he had like 4 salespeople. We had nobody in the company. He interviewed me and he's like, yo, he said, I'm not hiring you. You're a waste of my time. You're 19 years old.
Okay.
I said, okay. And then I went out and knocked on doors anyway. And then I came back to him with all these deals and all these appointments. And I'm like, yo, can you run these appointments for me? Well, now I have 7 appointments to offer him. Now he has a reason to talk to me. You know? So I didn't just say, hey, please. I was like, okay, watch. Look what I can do. Let me show you what I can do.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot of like, I found good mentors by my Mark Jassoni, my other mentor.
Yeah.
I went to the Patrick with David event to this Volt and then sat down with the guy and talked to him. And then we ended up becoming friends. And I'm like, yo, I will pay you to coach me.
Yeah.
And so he started coaching me. So for me, for the value there was, here's my money.
Right.
Coach me. And then over time, now like a lot of my mentors and people I work with, there's like an even exchange of they'll pay me or I'll pay them, or I'm teaching you about this business, you teach me about this business, and they're like mutual connections now. They're not really, not everyone I talk to is a mentor. They're just we're in different businesses, right?
Yeah.
So in the beginning, you should not focus so much on the business. You should focus on finding a mentor.
Gotcha.
And then on top of that, when you do find a mentor, it's hard to just say, hey, I'll work for free or give you some kind of value.
Right.
So you have to figure out some way to truly provide them value without even them asking, you know? Like just do something that you find out what they want and then do something for them.
Right.
There's another great story, Patrick David, we keep talking about him. He's talked about it in podcasts before. One of the guys that helped build his insurance company, when he first went to him, the guy was like, yo, I'm not going to work with you. Patrick was like, yo, what can I do for you? I will do anything you want. He's like, I need someone to go visit my son in prison. He is at XYZ prison, and he needs a friend. Like, be my son's friend. And then Patrick went to prison, visited this guy's son, became really good friends with his son. That guy ended up giving Patrick his Rolodex. This was like 30 years ago when he had a Rolodex and not contact, not an iPhone. Gave him his Rolodex and was like, hey, you can reach out to all 600 of these people and use my personal name. This guy was a super successful business person. He's like, use my name and I will personally endorse you on any of these calls that you do. Years later, Patrick ended up selling like 30 of those clients for like $20 million total or something crazy like that. And it's just fine. This person wanted something. He found out what he wanted. He went and did it. And then he got the mentor, you know? But it's not easy to find a mentor.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are bad. So that's the other hard part.
Finding a good
You
one.
got to find the right one.
Exactly.
It's so hard, I feel like.
Especially now, everyone's selling a course.
And everyone's selling a dream. They're like, oh, I'm the best mentor. Look what I can do.
Instagram, dream that nobody
Now
it's
it's super hard.
Correct.
Yeah.
So,
it's hard.
yeah.
But thanks for coming on our pod.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
15-minute notice.
Bryce called me on the way here and I hopped on. I'm glad I could be on. Thanks for inviting me on.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, that's all. That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.